Well, hello back, Soul Tribe. Welcome back to my channel, African Gypsy. If this is the first time you've joined us, welcome, welcome. Be sure to subscribe, tap the little bell icon, and tap all notifications so you can be informed every time I post another video. And do give us a big thumbs up as well. This helps other people to get to see the video as well. Right. Now I'm coming in the weekly psychic forecast for the week ahead for this next 7 days. Whenever you find this video, that's your 7 days. Crazy thing is, guys, I'd already recorded a video for the next 7 days, like last week. And I felt, yeah, I'm well ahead of the game. The Mercury retrograde is not going to get me because all you need to do is be organized and stuff like that. But it did not work that way. My video just disappeared. So I just thought, okay, thank you, Spirit. Retrograde is about going back. So I'm going back to the video I'd done already last week. Perhaps there's a new message. Maybe certain people had to make certain decisions. And now we're at that 5-5. Yeah, people had to change their minds before they could get this video here. Let's get some oracle cards to start us off to see what are the messages. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, remember that my details will be down there in the description box down below. And I'll be happy to do your readings. I do remote readings as well. So be sure to contact me and we find out what energies are playing out in your life. Oh, I love the start of this message reading. Higher consciousness. Oh, and behind that is... raise your standards. Whoa, that's quite an intense message for this week. Firstly, with the higher consciousness, Spirit is asking us to tap into our spirit guides, our prayer, our meditation, whatever it is that you do, whatever positive spiritual practice you've got going on, tap into that and you'll find that things will work out much better for you. There's a lot of power in praying, meditating, lighting your incense, doing your affirmations and all of that. So Spirit is definitely asking us to be on that kind of a tip for the next 7 days and beyond. With prayer always works and you can never over pray a situation. You need to pray because behind the prayer is raising your standards. For some people, you might find that raising your standards is a bit of a challenge because you're like, no, Spirit, I've been beaten. I've been put into a corner for so long. I don't know what my standard is supposed to be. What am I supposed to be aiming at? How do I raise my standards? I don't know what the better life is supposed to look like. And Spirit is like, you know what, don't you worry, child. All you need to do, just adjust that. Oh, I need to get the nice little starfish. There. Yeah, my gourd, my artwork here. So yeah, I digress. Back to the message. And Spirit is saying you need to, it's maybe some of you have already started like stomping your low foot to universe. Say, universe, I deserve better. So tell yourself, I expect the best for myself. I hold high expectations for myself and I deserve the best. I hold high expectations for myself and I deserve the best. Spirit is saying you need to look wider, look higher, raise your standards, raise the vision. You're saying, oh, if only I could just get one little wheelbarrow and I'll be fine. And Spirit is saying, no, you need to get a tractor. You need to get something bigger, So Spirit is saying, pray about raising your standards. Sometimes you don't know what standard you're supposed to be reaching out for, but Spirit will tell you, know what, child, this is where you're not supposed to be. And sometimes Spirit flashes an advert before your very eyes to show you where exactly you're supposed to be at and what you're supposed to be doing. So that's a beautiful message right there. So what are you needing to raise your standards about in the next 7 days? Is it your vision? Is it your dream? Is it your plan for the future? Is it the life you live? Is it your standard of living? Is it the standard of people you allow into your life? Is it the standard of work you accept? And behind that is, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. So this message, I see this is really tying in so nicely together. Spirit is giving us a direction. Universe is giving us a direction and guiding us. So if we pray, to help raise our standards and the clear direction is given to us. Funny thing is the title for the video that got lost was clear direction is being given to you, but first you need to rest. So I think that is all significant, tying in nicely. The universe is ready to come in some direction. I know when there's a Mercury retrograde, like what we're going through right now, the retrograde finishes on the 3rd of February, but give it about 7 more days, let's say to the 10th of February for the shadow period. There we are, the rest has popped up again. You might feel confused, you might feel out of sorts, not know exactly which direction you're supposed to be going into. But after the retrograde passes, Spirit begins to show you clear direction about where you need to go and how you need to do that. Some of you are needing to take care of your administration and paperwork, things that you're applying for, whether it's visas, permits, passports, whatever it is, you're applying for, take care of all of that. And what popped out first was rest. There is a need for rest, for solitude and meditation. There's definitely a need for you to take time out, rest, because I know when you keep going and going, you think, okay, the more I keep going is the more I am effective I am. Yet Spirit is saying, no, that is not it, child. You need to rest, recuperate, so that your brain cells can get a chance to regenerate. Then you can see the clear direction being given to you. While you're resting, you're meditating, you're talking to Spirit, your ancestors, your angels, your mer people, and all of that, so that balance and equilibrium can come in. I love this. Balance is coming in with healing. And perhaps the justice that's coming in is for you to get rest. You've been working so hard at something or trying to deal with some situation so much for such a long time. And Spirit is saying, I'm going to give you the justice, I'm going to give you the healing, but you need to rest first for the justice to come in and the healing to come in. In this Aquarius season, happy birthday to the sign of Aquarius. Right, let's see. What does the collective need to know for the next 7 days? Clear, concise messages. And may the best guidance please be shown. Sorry about that, guys. I just had to deal with something real quick. I'm back. So Spirit is saying take the time to rest, because when you rest, your brain cells regenerate and you get new ideas, new inspiration. Someone has been working and slogging for a long time and you felt like your efforts are not being recognized. But Spirit is saying that recognition is coming in almost unexpectedly. It could come in when you think that, oh, no one even sees how much work I do. They don't know what I've had to go through. And then recognition comes in and it's almost unexpected. So I'm going to put these in the line of your vision a bit there. Crossing your path. Some of you may be dealing with some lack of cooperation from certain quarters in your life, but things will work out with a 2 going to a 3. Things will work out eventually for you. And with this energy, I feel that there may be delays, someone delaying introducing you to someone you need to see. A cat got my tongue already, that retrograde, but we will go forward with the reading. Someone's supposed to introduce you to someone and they're kind of like dragging their feet and things are delayed. But you know what? Some cycle is closed off. Universe is closed off some cycle. They say, you know what? In the new cycle where you need to go, child, you can't take low standards with you. You need to raise your standards, because I'm taking you to a deeper place, a higher place, a much better place. And you can't operate in this new place with the old thoughts that you had before. You've always thought, I don't deserve this. Maybe you you grew up in a situation where you were always told you weren't good enough, or things, the favor that you got in your life was uncommon and unfair, and you start believing that and thinking, oh gosh, no, I don't deserve these things. The Spirit saying, raise your standards, child. Pray about this so I can give you clear direction, because the new world is opening up. You've learned your lessons, as painful as they were, and it's time to move forward. In the past, you may have realized that any problems you came across were not as serious as you first thought they were. You were more decisive. You made certain decisions. You decided to go into specific directions. Again, the word direction coming through. And you made new relationships, and you're very decisive in that. We've got 2 4s, 44 coming in. For me, that always tells me there's definitely a need for self-care. You need to take care of yourself. Take care of number 1. Not in any selfish way, but also recognizing that you need to honor your body's need to rest, honor your spirit's needs to work, and all of that. Again, the paperwork and administration is something that needs to be taken care of. There are things you need to apply for, and you're getting the help of younger people with all this documentation. In the future, you're meeting up, some of you possibly, with someone who's very honest and upright, very successful in business, who's coming through as a mentor or a benefactor or a sponsor, and they really want to take you on board, because you see, the recognition is coming in for the work you've done. See, this king here is looking right at the recognition. Someone is saying, you know what, child, I've been watching you for a while, and I really admire your work ethic, and I see you haven't gotten recognition, but I recognize who you are. I recognize your vision. I recognize what you're working towards, and I would like to work with you. And that's a beautiful energy to work with there. Sagittarius energy coming through. So there were some lies that were spoken. Maybe some WhatsApp chats or whatever, emails, whatever you got going on, tweets were going around that were peddling some sort of lies with the Ace of Swords in reverse. This is the sword of truth and honor. These are lies and dishonor, possibly peddled by a person who's younger than you, or someone who's just really immature in their approach to life. And here you are going off into the hermit mode as you're praying and raising your standards. Attack and retreat. That's what I love to call this card. Well worn, well used, has told many stories. In this story for us today, boys and girls, this card is telling me that there's a time to be out there doing your thing. Then there's time to take a necessary retreat, to go off into yourself, look at the things you've gone through, look at your maps and see, okay, all right, at 10 past 2 here, we made a decision. That's now leading to this paperwork that has to be documented and all of that. And soon there's going to be a bossing up energy. And it's prayer, planning and preparation. It's interesting that the sun is right on the knee, where his knees would be, on his garments, meaning that your prayer, your faith, your meditation, the higher consciousness is going to lead to answered prayers and happiness for you. And he's seeing things from his own light, strong Virgo energy coming through as well. There is still indecision that is going through about closing off a certain world. So you might be in all sorts of thoughts. And with the Mercury retrograde, this is not the best time to make any major life-changing decisions because so many things come up. The retrograde is good for taking us back to the drawing board, looking at what we're planning to do, what we've decided to do, what works, what doesn't work, how we can improve our work patterns, our communication styles, how we can improve the things we've been doing around. So there's indecision, but Spirit is saying that there's also a need, strong Gemini energy as well. There's a strong need for you to proceed with more positivity and be more optimistic. That's going to help you to be more decisive and look at things from a different perspective. And the different perspective is going to come through with the help of you withdrawing yourself from the situation first so you can see what's going on. It's interesting that all of these are wearing same sort of garments here, same color garments right there. And he's got a mixture of both the yellow and the red that has come through there. So he's definitely indecision, trying to make a decision about closing off a certain world. The result coming in is, yeah, there's a bit of a shit stirrer, excuse the French, a low trouble causer who's probably spoken the lies. A lot of messages going back and forth. Maybe someone calling someone, messaging someone, saying a whole lot of lies, a lot of messages, a lot of young energy or immature energy as well, peddling lies. Let's find out what that is all about. Let's get some spiritual intel, shall we, boys and girls? Find out what is really going down. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Tower. Startling revelations, maybe about the lies, someone running off with lies. It could be a bit of a family setup as well, where someone is peddling lies and running off with them. Let's see, what is your blockage in the next 7 days? Give us some spiritual intel for the collective, clear, concise messages. Oh, guys, that's a lot. Something that happened in the past that someone lied about, but quick communication is coming in. Someone trying to stop you from walking through the corridors that you're supposed to be walking through or stuff like that. Yeah. So one thing that's going to block your path in the next 7 days is indecision about which way you want to go. You've already put this rod down and said, I used to use this rod. I'm not using that rod anymore. I'm now taking up this rod. Now I have to decide, am I going to go around the world or am I just going to go a distance away? What am I going to do? What do I need? But you see, she's got her shoes on already. She's ready to take action and move forward. She hasn't decided quite what she wants to do. And got all this orange coming in as well, showing life. I'm being told to use the word Zoe. Zoe, that's life. Shout out to you, Zoe, if you're watching this video. And perhaps you've had a dream. Something's been revealed to you deep in your subconscious about a change of direction that has to come in. And now you're thinking to yourself, do I go left? Do I go right? What exactly do I need to do in this indecision? And that's stopping you from moving forward. But your third eye is open, showing that whatever you saw deep down in your subconscious in your dream, whatever was revealed to you was true. So you've got the fire and the water. You've got both facts of the matter on the ground. Your third eye is open and you can see clearly that you have to make a head over heart decision and follow your intuition, even though the logical facts on the ground might not be giving you a clear picture about what's going on. But of course, like I said, don't rush off to make any decisions now, boys and girls. Just sit on it, hermit on it a bit. Hermit on it a bit, and then the change of direction is coming in because someone is definitely thinking about being decisive about closing off a certain world. What is the world for the collective? Clear, concise messages. Please, can the best spiritual intel come in? Boys and girls need intel to run within the week ahead. So someone has gotten some offer, but this offer has gotten them all up in their head and they're thinking, okay, is this an offer to carry on in this world, in this situation? Do I carry on with that? Do I move forward? But again, the dream comes through and says, you know what, child, you need to make certain decisions. Is it closing off a world? Choose a different direction. Yeah, choose a different direction. What else is coming up so that there can be more balance in your life? Something that was with the justice and the moon, something that was hidden is coming to light. And that's what you're now pondering on, sitting and thinking about, oh, I thought this was that. But universe is coming with an offer bigger than anything you've ever seen. This bowl is full of rainbows. So universe is coming with an offer to help you close of a certain world and raise your standards, as universe said at the very beginning of the reading. Now, what is the key? What is a lie? Let's find out. What is this lie? Okay, we've got judgment. For some of you, it's a lie spoken by someone that wants to be reconnected with you, and they're coming in with certain lies, peddling certain lies just to get your confidence. It could be a lie spoken by a Virgo or someone lying that they were independent. And then you decide, okay, after these lies, I'm going to move myself to calmer waters here. And you see, you've got all this divine help with all these birds helping you to move away. The bag is packed already. It's almost like the same girl was sitting there trying to make a decision. Looks like she didn't go in the car after all. She decided to go by the boats. Boats, the water representing emotions, to emotionally move away from something. Because she got spiritual intel. She got spiritual intel from her dream, and she decided to run off. For someone is running to family. In someone else's situation, they're running away from family after the revelations that have come through. And they're just like, you know what, I'm enough with this drama here. I'm done. I need to get me to calmer waters. Both of these are making haste to get away, making speed, making haste. Oh gosh, it sounds like I'm channeling Charles Dickens this morning, eh? I'm loving that. Okay, what is the Hermit? What are you going to be reflecting on as you take a necessary retreat from the world? One message, please, for the collective. What are they reflecting on? What is the collective reflecting on? Okay, this wants to come out. Seeds that you've sown, and you're like, you know, I've been planting seeds of higher standards, of higher consciousness, being closer to God's spirit and my angels, raising the standards of my life. And the seeds have germinated. And here we are, we're getting a bountiful harvest. So someone's thinking about the harvest. Okay, I've planted in this direction. I can just uproot, get my seeds and plant them elsewhere. Let's find out a bit about this shit stirrer who came up a little earlier on, this little trouble causer, this good for nothing fella who wants to speak lies and cause troubles for you. Tell us more. What is the, okay, that's too many. What is the Page of Swords? Cutting his eye yet, yeah. You know, you see how I'm cut his eye yet, yeah. Like, oh, really? For some of you, this may be to do with a new love, or someone is jealous of the way you're loving yourself. You've got all this self-love coming in for you, and they can't stand it. They're like, oh, smarty watty, all so confident and stuff now. They've closed off this world, and what can I do to stir up some shit in that world and bring it crashing down? Because they're holding on to old grudges. They can't take anything more, anything new, because they're holding on so tightly to the past. But feeling like a right old fool, you know, you're moving steadily towards your progress, towards the direction you want to go into, and they're feeling like a right old fool. We've got Aries energy coming in as well here, because you're very intuitive. No matter what this person is trying to do, you're highly intuitive, you're psychic for some of you, and you've closed off an old cycle for new cycles to come in for you. As these new cycles come in, this person is feeling like a right old fool, and they're jealous that you can get to move on. You can let go of the past and move forward, because they can't do that. They're stuck in the past, and they're carrying this past as a heavy burden that they can't put down anymore. But look at this here. Spirit is watching. Like, oh, I see you causing burdens, but the burdens are coming to you because all the justice came in. 1818 is that come. Spirit may be showing you a mirror image of what you're going through, perhaps in a book, a movie, a story, or a random conversation while you're paying for your coffee and croissants at your favorite little restaurant. Oh, I'm hearing the name Clement. Yeah, for some of you, it's definitely to do with an Aries. For some of you, it's a mother figure, someone who is a mother, an older person that you thought was respectable, and they've got all this jealousy. They don't want you to open new cycles. There's a whole big story. This person is jealous. They don't want you to have love or marriage. They want to cause conflict and chaos in your life, especially as you move forward into a new world. Look at this, come brightly, the Chariot in the world. As you're moving forward into a new world, as you see clearly all the chaos they've caused, and they're jealous about that. And Spirit is just saying, you know what, don't even worry yourself about all of that. Keep moving forward, because these are the voyeurs of tragedy. Love and light to you guys. And okay, let me carry on with this reading here. These people are voyeurs of tragedy. I was going to cut this video off, but Spirit says no, carry on, because a half-delivered message is even more dangerous than an incorrect message. These people are voyeurs of tragedy. For a long time, they wanted to see this tragedy happening in your life. Whenever I hear other readers talking about the pleasure seekers, I can't remember if there was a movie by that title, but I always think about these people who are time travelers, and they'll travel from one world disaster to another one, just going, ooh, that was savage. Ooh, look at that. These are the kind of people you're dealing with. This is that shit stirrer. Yes, and they started a smear campaign against you. Those are those lies that they were peddling right there. They started a smear campaign against you. They were voyeurs of tragedy. They wanted to see bad things happen to you only. They didn't care about anything good. And now they're turning on each other, saying, he put me up to it. Turning bloodied fingers, pointing at each other. Cursing the day they ever came up with all the chaos and destruction they were thinking about. They took pleasure in your pain. They're like, ooh, let's go and visit Belinda in hospital. I love to see what she looks like when she's helpless and flat on her back. Backpaddlers, bottom feeders. But God is opening up a brighter destiny after that storm, because we have that world closing out. The world has come out twice. It could be 2 cycles in your life. You've had to go back twice to one lesson that you had to learn, with the world coming in twice. But you're moving forward. Backway. Yeah, where? There we go. With the chariot in the world, you're moving away from it. God is opening up a brighter destiny for you after the storm. Despite what they tried to do in your life and all of that. And now again, they're fighting amongst each other, because he who throws a stone, it shall be flung back at him. I don't even know if that's a statement or saying, but it's come up. There they are. Now they're fighting against each other, using those same weapons that they came at against you, against each other. You did this. You made me do it. You put me up to it. I never wanted us to go this far. I asked a couple of months ago, how far did you go? How far now? How far did you go? Someone obviously went a little too far with the causing chaos. Right, let's get some runes here. I know they call them bones, but it's not always that you have bones in this pack. Spirit, universe, angels. What do we need to see here? Yeah. They're fighting over a love. Remember we spoke about the Ace of Cups that came up with a new love. They're fighting over the love that you have in your life, that after all we did, like the Grinch, how dare you be sitting there singing merry songs and loving yourself? They didn't see that. They didn't see that you're going to have love for yourself. But Spirit is standing there. You thanked your ancestors. You thank God you did your Thanksgiving dinner party and all of that. And Spirit came and showed something to you. And with that, these people took pleasure in your pain, and they twisted the facts, they twisted stories around just to make you seem like the bad person. What did Cardi B say? You need rappers like me. You need rappers like me so you can make me out to be the bad person. That's what they need. Last night's dream came with a message. So some of you always spoke about how your dreams are revealing things to you to help you make a decision. Someone's dream was showing them clearly what was going on and what is going to go on and what they need to take care of, what they need to be aware of. Let's get a bit of intel on the dream for those of you who remember your dreams. If you would like to remember your dreams a bit more, contact me, because I can do a prayer and a meditation for you to help open up your dream realm as well, so you can see exactly what's been going on. I usually like to do that after we've done a cleanse, so that you're spiritually strong enough to receive the messages that will come at you. In your dream, you defeated a devil. You conquered some devil, and you might have had regrets. Because, there's that Stockholm syndrome where you still feel sorry for the people who did you gangster, who did a number on you because of spiritual ties. But in the dream, you found that you're all loved out. You walked up to someone and said, you know what? I ain't got no more love for how you've been treating me. I need to raise my standards. And I trust the direction the universe is going to give me, because God loves me. God protects me. I am always divinely guided and protected. And he goes forward before me to make straight the crooked ways. And he helps me, teaches me to bend a bar of bronze. So I will always conquer. I'm all loved out about that situation. I don't want to live that world anymore. And like I said earlier, someone can't let go of the old world they were in. You're no longer working on certain things. In your dream, you decided, no, I'm not working on this here. I'm not working with people who don't respect me, who don't appreciate what I bring to the table. I'm not working with people who are just bottom feeders. I'm not going to work with people who want to just come in and test me or whatever your situation may be. I'm also being shown sorely, like there's a surname, someone's surname coming through. Okay, someone else dreamt about a reconciliation, but they got some truth about this reconciliation, that they need to remain guarded even as these people come back in. You see, she's got this fright on her face here. She's not sitting there all relaxed. She's kind of like, oh, I'm just sitting with my blanket all relaxed. But she's got a sword right behind her, ready to be pulled out at the first sign of trouble. 2-2 came out right there. Definitely decision-making season, decision-making time for all of you. Let's see what the world is coming in with. What is the world for the collective? Yeah, it's true. A cycle is over for something new to come in. You've lived out that world. You've learned what you had to learn. The sword of truth and honor can only be pulled out by those who are honorable, and you're one of them. That's why the sword has come out for you. And the truth is, you've turned your back on a situation. That world is over. I was clarifying the world. I'll use this one. I was clarifying the world. An old world is over. The truth is, some world is over, and you're walking away, walking towards the light. It's interesting with all the animal spirits there. He's focused on the light with the biggest deer there, but the dogs are focusing on the smaller details that he can't see. So you might have your cats and dogs as well coming through with definite little messages for you. Be mindful of what the spirit realm is showing you. There is good news coming to you from somewhere far away, perhaps from this new world, because you're walking towards it. A new world, a new beginning that's opening up for you. And this news is going to make you very happy, very prosperous as well, and a lot of rapid activity is going to be going on. News that an old world is over. You've won the battle, you've won the war, and the battle's not even yours, it's the Lord's. The Lord has come through and helped you out. What else is this victory, sweet Lord, sweet Jesus? What is this victory? Victory is having so many choices available to you. You're no longer in that picture where you think that your choices have been clamped down, because now you're raising your standards. As you raise your standards, you're seeing more options available to you. And you're seeing that the way you thought before might have been wishful thinking, wishing that pigs would fly, for that world to not close up, and not seeing the truth about people who are turning on each other and all of that. But you're heading towards your son, child, because an angel has come through to open up a doorway for you. This Sagittarius energy as well. An angel has come up to open up a doorway for you and say, you know what, child, I'm going to balance out some things for you. Something important is coming through for you, and they're going to make sure you're going to go through that doorway. Just raise your standards, because you can't take those old thoughts to this new world. Those new thoughts cannot work, because they will say, bam, file invalid. Code that has been entered is not recognized by this system, so you need to enter the new codes into the system. There you are, going towards this king of wands, the person who's very successful with business and enterprise, who's very honest and upright, who's wanting to come through and help you with a lot of the things that you're working towards. For some of you, again, you're walking, these two are both Sagittarius. Someone is walking towards a Sagittarius or getting help from a Sagittarius, or a Sagittarius is very important at this time for them. And you're standing your ground. Hold your position. Hold your position. Do not backtrack. Do not backpedal on your decisions. Stand your ground. Defend your thoughts, your ideas, your points of views and all of that, because that new world is opened up. And you're standing your ground and saying, you know what, I'm going through this world whether you like it or not. It's almost like this was her standing her ground and fighting off all the gremlins and stuff just before she walked into this portal of a new world, which comes out there. Stand your ground. The decision you made was valid, so don't even backtrack on it. That's what Spirit is saying for you. Listen to your intuition and take the time to look at things from a different perspective. That's going to give you a whole lot of forward progress going in for you. Right, let's find out, what is this little shit stirrer up to again? Tell us another one. They were waiting for you to fail. Someone is waiting for you to fail, waiting for you to not prosper, waiting for you to get stunned by all the obstacles they're sending to you. And again, they're turning against each other. No, I never said we should go this far. I only said we should do A, B, and C. Talk to your ancestors, angels, and spirit guides as you get new direction and raise your standards. Guys, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining this journey of the African Gypsy with your favorite girl, Sunshine. Until the next reading, I wish you love, light, and healing, and do book your personal readings with me. My details are there on the description box down below. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey, and I wish you love, light, healing, and clear direction in the next 7 days. Sunshine, signing out.